Hello everyone, welcome to Poetry Changes Lives. Once again, here we are. I'm going to talk in this special edition about my all-time number one poet of today. My all-time number one poets change quite often. That's the way poetry gets me. But when a poem really hits me in the spine and sends shivers down me, I want more, and I really get into it. And it's happened with me on many occasions, and this, I think, is one of the greatest occasions. I'm talking about Francois Villon, the French 15th century bad boy, mauvais garçon, who not only killed a priest, but robbed his own university where he was staying, where he was a student. Gosh, there's not, in medieval England, we were still sort of fighting the wars of the roses and that sort of thing. And it's extraordinary to me how the French were so much more cultured and able to produce such wonderful literature and poetry at that time. I'm going to read this in a moment in French and in English. I hope you bear with me while I do. Villon managed to talk himself out of killing the priest. It's very well documented in spite of the fact it happened almost 500 years ago. And he had a way with words, that's for sure. And instead he was exiled from Paris. And while he was exiled, I think he wrote a lot of great long poems, including his most famous, known as Le Testament, which is French, of course, for the will. And it's a kind of ironic account of his life, you might say. In particular, he names many people that he met and many events that he was involved in. And it's very beautiful in itself, but he also inserts into it little poems within the main poem, which is a really effective technique. And these little cameos are sometimes astonishingly, heart-stoppingly wonderful accounts of what Villon thinks about something. And his most famous of all, of course, is this one I'm going to read. It's known as the Ballade des Dames du Temps Jadis, the Ballad of the Ladies of Times Gone By. And you can hear Villon's voice coming through. He names all these wonderful, beautiful ladies in history. And he has that lovely refrain that ballads usually do. And it goes, mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Where are the snows of yesteryear? And it's just so effective. It hits me right in the stomach. And wow, it's just such a great feeling to have. So I'm going to now read it, and I ask for your forbearance while I proceed to murder the French language. For those fluent French speakers, please forgive my poor attempt. I'll then give you the English translation. I think it's a wonderful poem, even in my rendering. Also, I may say there's a terrific musical version which haunts me today. Georges Brassens, the French national treasure, you might say, of the 20th century, the musician, guitar, and his own songs, which he mostly conceived himself. He's a wonderful voice of contemporary France, and with a very idiosyncratic take on things. And this beautiful, beautiful rendering in music, I can't give you in full blast because it's under copyright. You might just hear a tinkling in the background. And I'll put the link up for Brassens's work because it is so wonderful. I wish you to go and listen to it if you don't know it already. Now I'm going to have a go at reading this. Here we are. The Ballade des Dames du Temps Jadis by Francois Villon. Dites-moi où, dans quel pays, effleura la belle romaine, Archipadia et Thaïs, qui fut sa cousine germaine. Écho parlant Cambrio mène, de sur rivière ou sur étang, qui beauté est surhumaine, mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Où est la très sage Héloïse, pour qui fut châtré pour fait moine? Pierre Espaillard à Saint-Denis, pour son amour, si eut cette peine. Semblablement, où est la reine, qui commande que Buridan fut jeté dans un sac en Seine? Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? La reine blanche, comme une lys, qui chantait à voix de sirène. Berthe au grand pied, Béatrice Alice, à Rambourg, qui tint la main. Et Jeanne, la bonne Lorraine, qu'Anglais brûlèrent à Rouen. Où sont-ils, où, vierge souveraine? Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Prince, ne demandez cette semaine, ni cette année où ils sont. Je vous ramène à ce refrain. Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Je vous ramène à ce refrain. Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Once again, my apologies for the slightly rocky French pronunciation, but I just love that poem so much. I'm going to read the English translation, and it sends images of wonderful ladies through my mind, and I like that, of course. But it's a wonderful poem. Here we are. Tell me where, in which country, is Flora, the beautiful Roman, Archipadia or Thais, who was her first cousin? Echo, speaking as one makes noise, over river or over pond, who had a beauty so much more than human. Oh, where are the snows of yesteryear? Oh, where are the snows of yesteryear? Where is the very wise Eloisa, for whom was castrated and then made a monk, Pierre Abelard in Saint-Denis? For his love he suffered this sentence. Similarly, where is the queen, who ordered that Buridan be thrown into a sack in the Seine? Oh, where are the snows of yesteryear? Oh, where are the snows of yesteryear? The queen, white as a lily, who sang in a siren's voice, Bertha Bigfoot, Beatrice Alice, Ehrenburg, who ruled the Maine, and Joan, the good woman from Lorraine, whom the English burned in Rouen. Where are they, O sovereign virgin? Oh, where are the snows of yesteryear? Oh, where are the snows of yesteryear? Prince, do not ask me the whole week where they are, neither in this whole year, lest I bring you back this refrain, aware of the snows of yesteryear, lest I bring you back this refrain, aware of the snows of yesteryear. Gosh, I'm right back in medieval Paris, and it's a great feeling. It's really bucked me up for the day. I thank you for listening. I do hope you enjoyed that, and I recommend to you the poetry of Francois Villon and the music of Georges Brassens. Thank you for listening.